welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Exigent Sports. An amazing show here for you. Once again, high energy. Go ahead and make someone aware. Please share. Can't wait to introduce everybody who's going to be here on the show. Let's just get to it. I'm going to have Don Coker on the show. Right? I have Jerry Williams.
Thank you.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Good to be here.
Absolutely. My co-host, so you get to interact with everything that we do. Awesome. And I know you'll do a great job, and you was born for it. You should have been on here before me. Got some girls from Oak Ridge here on the show. 3 stud players. We have Christian, we have Cameron, and we have Maggie. All volleyball players at Oak Ridge High School. And we also have Brian Ford and his daughter who's taking on a new career at Horace Maynard. Shout out to Horace Maynard. I hope you guys are out there watching and tuning in. We are here, Exigent Sports. Super excited about today. So, Jerry, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm blessed. And, you know, I always love to have Maggie on. Every time I reach out, we correspond, and it works out, and I appreciate that. But the reason why I want to have you as a co-host, not only do you know your sports, you're an avid fan of sports, you're well known for sports, mostly basketball, but you was kind enough to give us a sponsorship here, right? And every week I'm coming on and I'm going over the words that we talked about to put your business out there. I want you to take a moment right now and let's talk about Trinity in your words from the horse's mouth.
Well, quickly, because it's a sports show and it's about the kids. Obviously, you know, we started Trinity Home Care back in 2020, right in the heat of COVID, and you know, it was a leap of faith. But you know, the good Lord blessed us, and it's turned out really good. It's a program basically for those that have worked at the plants. You know, Y12, K25, X10 that have worked at the plants and have the different various ailments and illnesses that are caused by their exposures from working at the plants. There's a government program that allows, you know, for home care companies to come in and help take care of them. So that's what we have focused on, and it's you know, our you know, we have clients in Knoxville and Rockwood, and you know, but we have several here in Oak Ridge, and it's just it's a very rewarding profession to be able to, you know, all these people would give up all their benefits to have their health back,
right?
But it's a blessing to be able to help them along the way, mainly to just keep them in their home versus having them have to go to a nursing facility or assisted living or something of that nature. So it's been a good program, and we've expanded in the last couple of years to offer skilled nursing, which we didn't start out nor intend to do. But you know, the way things worked out, that's the direction we went, and I've got a great partner now, and you know, she's an RN that does an amazing job, and just a lot of really good people that work for me. And I just kind of, they say I drive the boat. I think I just kind of ride in it, to be honest with you.
Well, how can someone get in touch with you in case they was to look out for that, you know, for your services?
You know, they can go on Facebook to Trinity Home Care and Consulting Services. It's on there. Our office is just down the block from Zaxby's, back in where the dental offices are, back in there, 150 East Division Road, Suite 5. And then, you know, obviously they can call the office, which is 865-685-0942. So they can call there, or they can reach out to me on Facebook, or if they have my cell phone or somebody they know has my cell phone, feel free to reach out to me personally.
Well, the way you said your phone number is how I was reading it. I was making sure I got every number right.
You know how I slowed down right there. Because honestly, you know how when you never call a number, you're not really sure that that's what it is?
Yes.
Like, how bad a marketer would I be if I gave the wrong number? Right?
Well,
so
I have a business phone. I have no idea what that number is.
Right.
I don't. I really don't.
So,
I have no idea.
Yeah, we get spoiled by our smartphones, remembering everything for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I remembered all the girls' numbers in middle school.
You know, before we go any further, though, I do want to say to you, you know, hats off to you for everything that you do for the youth, in not only in our community but all around. You know, you've had kids from all around Knoxville, you know, and at this age, you know, if they're wanting to play at the next level, it's about exposure and getting them noticed.
Right.
And even if they're not wanting to play at the next level, you know, that one kid, you know, the notice that you give them, and the pump them up a little bit. You never know what that does for a kid these days. So kudos to you for making the effort to do what you do.
I appreciate that. And shout out to Quayu Graham, who actually had me as a co-host on this show, which led me to Brad. And Brad was like, hey, run your own show. So I appreciate it. It's a blessing that I'm able to do that. And I appreciate all you guys that support me. I go a lot of places, and people recognize me, from Exigent Sports. So it's a true blessing. And I went to school for TV. And to be here is just kind of full circle. So, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No disrespect to Exigent or BBB or anybody, but I have a feeling this probably isn't your last step.
I think not.
Right on. That's what we like.
I think not. Well, I reached out to you from Maggie, and you was able to grab a couple more.
Yep.
Give me a little bit of feedback before we take it over to the bench about these young ladies here on the bench.
Well, first of all, you got Cameron and Christian McGinnis. Of course, everybody knows their mom, Erin.
Yes, legend.
Oak Ridge legend. So the name is well known. And they're a the volleyball team this year. It's been such a fun ride for us. Maggie's been fortunate to play varsity all 4 years, and we've kind of seen some senior classes come and go, and it's hard to believe, but now she's that senior leader. Her and Christian are the senior leaders of the team. But overall, the team is brand new coach this year, Megan Ellis, who's doing a fantastic job. I can't say enough about. She's got 35 kids in the volleyball program.
Oh, wow.
We have a freshman team for the first time. So, just giving more kids opportunities. But, and no disrespect to any of the players on the team. A team. Christian can't slam it over the net if the girl can't pass it and set it. Volleyball is a very teammate-dependent game. So no disrespect to their teammates, but those three, they carry the load over there. I was looking at Huddle today, and the team so far this year has 259 kills, and 209 of them are sitting over there on the bench.
Wow,
so
wow.
they're very active, they're very athletic, they're very good. But we've got some young kids that they're growing up quick. We'll just put it that way.
Absolutely.
They are growing up quick. But they're, come district tournament time, they're going to be a tough team to deal with. And the best thing is and I tell Maggie this, the rule in life is no matter what you do, leave it better than you found it.
That's right.
And she's going to walk out of, Oak Ridge High School here in a few months, and as far as a volleyball program goes, now granted Megan Ellis has have a lot to do with that, but she's going to be able to, her and Christian are going to be able to leave it better than they found it.
Love it. Let's take it to the bench. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
So Maggie, you have the microphone. So Christian, raise your hand. Cameron, raise your hand. All right, there they go. There's McGinnis. So Maggie, since you have the microphone, obviously we'll start with you. Welcome back to Exigent Sports.
Hi, DJ.
Maggie, I'm a huge fan. You already know that. Have been since you just played basketball. Thank you for coming in. Tell me a little bit about your accomplishments. Your dad said something that you started since a freshman. Now you're a senior playing volleyball. Give me a little bit about your accomplishments there.
So as a freshman, I came in and I was playing JV at first, and after a couple games, I got switched to doing both, and then after a couple games of doing that, I got moved up to doing just varsity, and I think starting as a freshman, and then we won district my freshman year, and we've been pretty consistent with getting second or first in the district tournament and playing well, and
So how's playing volleyball shaped your work ethic or school life?
It has definitely made me a lot more competitive, and I thought when I played basketball that I was competitive, but playing volleyball and it being such a team-oriented thing and having to rely on each other so much, and you can never be an individual, it has definitely made me a very high competitor.
Well, I've seen some pictures on Facebook. Do you wear Air Jordans? Because you can fly.
No, I just kind of jump.
Well, it seems like all the hard work training in basketball has transitioned over with the competitive spirit and your athleticism, and I'm glad to see you flourish. I'm glad that you found your niche and to see you flourish. The two young ladies that you have with you today, I was a huge fan of not only volleyball but basketball of their mothers, Erin McGinnis. If you could say one thing about each one of them, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've obviously known them both for a really long time. I think 6th or 7th grade is when I met you, and she's always been in my grade. And they're such kind and they're kind people, but once they get on the volleyball court, they definitely are aggressive, and especially this one to my left. They're very competitive and very aggressive.
Yeah, well, let's give it to the one on your left there. She's a senior as well. Introduce yourself to the people at home.
Hello, my name's Christian McGinnis, and I'm a senior at Oak Ridge.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to have you here. Thank you for joining the show. How long have you played volleyball?
I have been playing since 6th grade.
Wow. Have you played basketball any?
I tried for about a week, and then after that I was like, no more.
It didn't work out for you, Christian. That was it. So what is it about volleyball that keeps you locked in?
I love just I've always been tall, and that's a big advantage on the court. And everyone knows here, all of my teammates know I love to scream. So once I'm on that volleyball court, I can just yell as much as I want to. But I love slamming down the ball and being with my teammates and cheering them up and laughing with them and all of that.
Nice.
So, Christian, stand up. Stand in front of Maggie. And you, with the microphone in your hand, just spread your arms out as far as they'll go. Like, look at the wingspan on this girl. Like, that's why when she gets it up around the net, it's a problem. Like, she is long, she's tall.
Wow.
And then she gets a little bit fired up sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I can tell in the graphic that I made, she looks very fired up. If you could say one thing nice about your teammate Maggie, what would it be?
I would say that you can always rely on her to get the team together. If we're all unfocused on the court, she always brings us together and say, like, make sure that we're always focused on the game and fix your faces, or like call the ball, or this is just in the moment and we can get past it, kind of.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for that. What are your plans next year?
My plans next year is to become an architect at Pellissippi, or at least get a couple years there before I try and go to UT a little bit. But I also play tennis, and I'm trying to look into that a little bit more.
I'm pretty sure they have tennis at Pell. So I went to Pellissippi, and if you don't do well at Pell, you didn't put in your best effort. So good luck to you. Let's talk to your sister. Introduce yourself, young lady.
Hi, my name is Cameron McGinnis, and I am a junior at Oak Ridge High School.
Junior at Oak Ridge High School. And how long have you played volleyball?
I played volleyball since 6th grade, but in 7th grade I did join the cheerleading team. But then it wasn't for me, so I went back to volleyball.
What about basketball? Did you last more than a week, or did you ever try?
I think I did it for a couple seasons in elementary school, but it also just wasn't for me, and I went to volleyball.
Right. Well, sweet. Well, I'm glad you're playing as well. Again, I watched your mom play. I didn't miss a game when she played basketball. A super fan of your mother. So one thing I heard that you guys were part of AIM growing up playing volleyball, your sister and you.
Yeah,
What was that experience like?
It was fun. I think it was a way to branch out more, because we met people from like Clinton mostly, and I hadn't talked to any of them before AIM, so it was a way to like, they are our biggest like rivalry, but like it's good to make those friendships and connections with other people in the volleyball like community. So I think for that it was just a way for me to meet more people and friends.
Sweet. I love it. I love it. So next year you'll be a senior. You'll be rising senior next year. You're going to have to lead the pack. What are you going to do to help the young players make sure that they're doing it the Wildcat way?
I think for the younger players, for me, I just want to make sure that they have the confidence to know that, like, that's really all it is for volleyball. Is it's such a mental sport. So if you have that confidence, even if you're faking it till you make it, like, if you have that confidence, it really just makes you such an amazing athlete.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for joining me. Tell your mother I said hello. One more question before I go to commercial break. Maggie, what's your plans for your senior year after you graduate?
My number one option is to go to UT and just be a student there. I won't be playing volleyball at UT, but I might do like the little clubs that they do in college and play that volleyball. But mainly focus on my education at the University of Tennessee. Yeah.
Absolutely. Girls, thank you so much. Y'all spoke well, and you look great on TV, so shout out to you guys. Oak Ridge, Wildcats Row, Wildcats Row. Guys, we got to take a small commercial break, but when we come back, we have Brian and Xavier Ford. They're going to talk about a little bit of volleyball, too. We'll be right back.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Craving a meal that hits the spot? Come to Phil's Deli in Harriman, where freshness meets flavor, featuring premium boar's head meats in every bite. From breakfast biscuits to loaded lunch favorites, our menu is built to satisfy. Planning an event? Let Phil's Deli cater with fresh, delicious options your guests will love. Phil's Deli, real food, premium quality, and always friendly. 1612 South Roan Street, Harriman. 865-353-7032.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I've been practicing my voice, Jerry.
That sounds really good. By the way.
You should hear it in the shower.
Hopefully that's a situation we never run into.
Indeed. Welcome back, guys, to Exigent Sports. Here live, I have my co-host Jerry Williams with me. Excited about the show today. We do have some special guests in. You know who they are. It is Brian and Xavier Ford. But before we get to Brian and Xavier Ford, Coach, you had a little run in basketball, and you've been coaching AAU basketball since you was like 11, right? And
feels like it.
You had a huge run. I think you got 3 or 4 back-to-back. Recently went to the Run of the Roses?
Run for the Roses.
Run for the Roses. Some crazy stuff happened down there. I don't know how true all of it was. It seemed like some stuff was hidden. Give me a little bit about your basketball experience and how do you carry it over to make those girls perform the way they do?
Well, as we've talked about it before, I started, coaching when Maggie was young. She was wanting to play.
Mm-hmm.
We got to the point where she switched to volleyball. When she was in 7th grade, I ended up combining a small little group I had that was kind of local players just around here, and I combined with Wes Carmichael and his group out of Clinton.
Yes.
And all of a sudden we looked around and we're like, wow, we might be pretty good.
Right.
And then it just grew from there. We started pulling in kids from, we ended up with 2 kids from York, a kid from Upperman, a girl from Cherokee, North Carolina. Granger, kids wanted to come in and play with them. So, yeah, they were a great group. They're class of 2026, so their travel days are over. We had our last run this summer. But, they left with 4 Tennessee state championships, a Run for the Roses Platinum Championship, which is the largest girls basketball tournament in the world. So there's, there'll be a banner that hangs in the Louisville Convention Center now with those girls on it for years to come. And I had thought I was done, but I've got a group of 2028s that I had a good relationship with a couple of them, and they talked me into it. But, hopefully we'll just be able to repeat what we did with the 26s. We ended up with 12 girls because of injuries and things like that, and 4 of them have already committed to Carson Newman.
Nice.
6 more of them have multiple offers, just haven't made their mind up where they want to go yet. And then, of course, Lainey Carmichael at Clinton is coming off of an ACL, so she'll have her senior season. But there's no doubt she'll have offers come out of that. So, we're going to be able to get all them hopefully to the next level and get their education paid for. And, they're all 4.0 or right at it, close to it students. So it's been it's been one of the most it's been the most rewarding sports journey I've ever been a part of, and that's simply because of the girls that were on it and the families. I mean, it was a very neat ride.
Well, what makes AAU such an important platform for young athletes?
Well, I think the biggest thing, there are so many programs now. Like I saw it somewhere on social media today. It's like the word elite doesn't even matter anymore because everybody is like, it's like Wartburg elite, which, I guess you could have the elite of Wartburg on a team. I get it. But, it's great for everybody. Listen, and people say, oh, there's too many teams. It's too watered down. What's bad about a kid being in a gymnasium playing a game of basketball? Right. What is bad about that?
Right.
But there's like everything else. There's layers to it. Right. And when you get to the layers of you want to play at the next level, think about it. During your high school season, that's the college coach's season. He's not focusing on what you're doing at Oak Ridge or Clinton or Bearden.
Period.
He's focusing on his team.
That's right.
So the AAU, when it starts up in April, you've got an April live period, a May live period, and then July. That's when you see the college coaches because that's when they're on their recruiting trail.
Right.
So let's just say you take away AAU. When are these coaches going to see these kids play the game?
It's not going to happen.
It's not. So it's a huge factor in their recruitment. And the better coaches, the better programs. I mean, not patting myself on the back. It's just a fact. I don't know how much time I spend sending emails, calling coaches, sending videos. Girls have good games. You're promoting it on Twitter. Because it's my job to get their name out there.
That's
so
right.
These coaches are like, who is this kid?
Right.
So we were very fortunate with my first group of 2026s to be able to get all them to where they kind of where they want to be as far as at least getting offers. Obviously, everybody wants to go play at UConn, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's only 12 on a team.
You're right. That's right.
So it's about getting them offers. So I think the value of AAU is immeasurable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys that talked about watered down. And the thing, and what's watered down to me is coaches that are saying I have an AAU team.
Right.
No, you don't. You have a travel basketball team.
You have a travel basketball team.
Let's separate the AAU from travel basketball and be honest, because there's nothing wrong with folks on the hardwood getting better, getting some game in, but you shouldn't stip these parents and saying that you're running an AAU program and you're not.
Right.
It's a different story.
That's a whole different level of membership and fees and
all that.
I mean,
and most of the coaches don't even know.
Right.
But they have an AAU team. So, but we do have some great folks over on the bench. Let's take it to the bench. Hey, how's it going? Doing well. Xavier has the microphone. Hello, Xavier. First of all, thank you for coming to the show and congratulations on your new gig. How's it going out there?
Thank you. It's literally going so good. I was very nervous going into it. First of all, because I'm so young and I've not really done it before. I coached for one of my dad's teams my senior year of high school and then went to college and then came out of college a year later and was told or asked to get the job. And so I was very nervous, but I'm really loving it so far.
Did you play for AIM as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I played for AIM from my 8th grade year all the way up through my senior year. And our 8th grade year got cut short, though, because that was the COVID year.
Wow. So what did AIM mean to you as a player, and how does it influence your coaching now?
I really loved it because, like the girls were saying earlier, I got to connect with a bunch of people from different schools. I really loved that, and I loved getting to travel and see all kinds of people. I met tons of people through different tournaments that we had went to that I still talk to now, like girls from different states and everything, and it was really cool just to do all that and see people. And then I think it helps me coaching now that I've had so many different coaches and seen all their different coaching styles, and I kind of have been able to put them all together to use for myself.
Yeah, I think that's super important. I think as a young coach, the one piece of advice I would give you is don't be any of your other coaches. Be you. Be your own. Be the coach that you're going to be. Now, if you can take little pieces of things that other coaches did for you, maybe some coaches did things you didn't like, and you want to make sure you are not that coach. But don't try to be anybody else. Just be you.
I love it. What he said. And so playing for AIM, obviously your dad's the founder of AIM Athletes in Ministry. Was he your coach?
No. He was kind of my coach a little bit in 8th grade, but I was much happier to have other coaches for most of the time.
Well, give us a little bit. What would you tell your fans at home to make sure they come out and support you?
I think that people need to come support us because we're we're honestly a really fun team to watch, and we're building the program from almost nothing. They had stuff, but we're building it back up to be great, and I want it to be great. And honestly, people coming to watch and fans makes a huge difference in the way that any game goes and the way that people play. Right.
So we've sat here talk, and Jerry just put in my ear that we haven't even mentioned where you're coaching. Horace Maynard Middle School. Tell the folks out there what it's like to be a part of Horace Maynard.
Okay, I really love it. They've been very, very, very welcoming to me and to my dad, and they all are really, they love us, most of them, and it's, been really fun. Like I said, they're very welcoming. It's been a very easy, coming into it. Our athletic director is also pretty new to the job, so we've all been kind of working together, and it's been really fun and really smooth so far.
Sweet. Well, let's talk to Pops right there beside you. The man, the myth, the legend who's been all over East Tennessee. Everybody knows you. You've been everywhere. Brian Ford, my good friend. We played basketball together in middle school over at Clinton. Brian Ford, thanks for coming in. How you doing, man?
Hey, appreciate you having us, man. Doing great.
Yes, absolutely. So, Brian, let me ask you, what inspired you to start AIM, and how has it transformed student athletes?
For me, I started AIM to really give opportunities for kids all around. There was not a affordable program in the area for them to extend their play and get the hands on the ball outside of school season. So that's why we started Athletes in Ministry, volleyball that is. We started the actual ministry 10 years ago just to kind of show people they can relate sports and God in the same sense. And so that's kind of all gelled together and created what we've got now. This year we've got our first player signed or committed with Josie Moody. Xavier went on and played for a club at UTC for 1 year. Several offers for her. Darby Brummett had several offers last year. It's amazing to watch these girls come up that we've had in our program, the 3 that were just on. The coaches that we've had in our program are coaching at high schools, middle schools, all around.
Nice.
It's just amazing to see what has come from what was just a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Put your mind to it, it'll work. So, I know you do AIM, and you're an avid volleyball coach and fan. How much are your hands involved over there at Horace Maynard with Xavier? Is she smacking your hand and say, get away?
No, she really kind of lets me interject however I need to. She's obviously the mind of it, and doing a great job, and the girls kind of respond to her and relate to her so well. I'm able to pull girls aside and work on their serve. That's what I do best because it's a baseball motion, throwing a football motion, so I can teach that serve where she can kind of concentrate on more of the diving, the passing, the being in the right position thing. And then She brought me in really, I think, just to do all the parent stuff, concession stand, making sure we've got all that stuff going on.
Team mom.
Fun, yeah. I can't be just the team mom / dad, fundraiser guy, that guy.
I'm in charge of all the big stuff, and I'm in charge of the coaching stuff.
Exactly. But it's been really awesome to watch. We've got 33 Diner, which is a little diner, roadside diner up there. Hey, they donate hamburgers, cheeseburgers every single home game for our concession stand. We got Taco Landia, which is a little Mexican restaurant up there. They donate chicken quesadillas to our concession stand. So just awesome the buy-in that we've got up there. The parents bought in, and it's awesome just to see these kids flourish. We put in a rotation. They've never had a rotation in volleyball. If you don't know what that is, look it up. They're getting it. It's taken a while. They got a win last night. I was under the weather and was not there. Might have been better for them. I don't know. But they got a win last night. But I watched.
Do that for you so that you can focus on the kids. So yeah, good luck to you. You'll look back on this time. It'll be pretty cool.
Absolutely. So what are your ambitions and goals for your team this year, Xavier?
My goals for our team this year is to really build on what's going to come in the future. I'm using this as like a building year. I really want us to obviously succeed, and I want to see these girls grow a lot, and they already have. And I hope that they can go into the high school next year. My 8th graders can go in the high school next year and have all the skills and be ready to be in. And then the girls who are 6th and 7th graders now and the upcoming 6th graders, I hope that they can also come in and we can build and just every year get better.
Awesome. I love it. Well, good luck to you. I know you will do great things, and it is step by step. Jerry gave you some great advice. Don't forget that. I always tell folks to come on the show to reach for the moon, because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars. And it's a grind. I talked to a coach out in Sevier County, and he said, the best meals are slow-cooked meals. It may take a little longer, but they're the best meals, and they taste the best. So if you got a slow cook, let it slow cook. But congratulations on your job, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Brian, thank you for joining the show. The guys, got to take another small, quick break. We're going to come back. Oh, daggone Don Coquit's on the show, and he said he got a surprise for me. I don't know if I should get excited or not. I mean, he's coached for Clinton. He's from Oak Ridge. I don't know what's going to happen in this next segment, but hold tight. We'll be right back.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Craving a meal that hits the spot? Come to Phil's Deli in Harriman, where freshness meets flavor, featuring premium boar's head meats in every bite. From breakfast biscuits to loaded lunch favorites, our menu is built to satisfy. Planning an event? Let Phil's Deli cater with fresh, delicious options your guests will love. Phil's Deli, real food, premium quality, and always friendly. 1612 South Roan Street, Harriman. 865-353-7032.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough, State Representative. Friday nights are special in Anderson County. Football under the lights, warm weather, cool nights, and some intense rivalries. I want to congratulate the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the band, the teachers, the coaches. You've worked incredibly hard. Go out there, compete hard, and enjoy it. But nothing like high school football.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hey, welcome back. I'm not going to give you my shower voice, but welcome back to Exigent Sports. My co-host, Jerry Williams, thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely.
So we left off a little bit about your basketball journey. I know you're an avid Indiana Pacers fan.
Well, that's kind of like when you're born and raised in Indiana, that's like basketball is mandatory.
Yeah.
It's not something you like. It's just something you.
It's a basketball state.
You do.
Like Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's a basketball state.
So even since moving down here, my mom, who's 86 years old, doesn't miss a Pacer game.
Wow.
She watches every game, every night on TV. Did you see the Pacers play last night? I'm like, Mom, it's like an 82-game season. Like, I got things to do. But obviously the run they made last year was a ton of fun. I hadn't been to a game since like the Reggie Miller days, but I had been there during the playoffs, and I was able to take Maggie up for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. And, I mean, afterwards she was like, okay, that's like a different experience. I mean, it was cool for us to be able to do that, and then out of town a couple of different times on golf trips with my brothers through June when Halliburton's hitting game-winning shot. I mean, just they didn't end up getting it done.
They did great.
But it was a. I'll have a lot of memories of that run, and they're going to be all right. They're a pretty good team,
Absolutely.
but it's something to do in the winter. You know.
Absolutely, I love it because we talked about you coaching basketball for so long, and I have a question here: how do you balance competitive success with nurturing character development?
Well, I get that. I've had other coaches kind of ask me that, and this is going to feel like a cop-out, but this group of 26 girls that I just had, they taught me more than I taught them. Like, when I got into this, it was personal. Like, I wanted to be known as the best coach around. I wanted to have the best team around. I wanted to go to these tournaments and just, boat race people because I want them to be like, oh, man, what a great coach. That group taught me that, that's not even what it's about. It's about the relationships. It's about the memories. And, the motto of my new 2028 team is going to be culture over everything.
Love it.
Because if you have that, the winning and all that other stuff takes care of itself. Those girls taught me a lot, and I try to be there for them. They have stuff that goes on outside of basketball, and I have a relationship with all of them that they know they can reach out, and those relationships will last a very, very long time.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, good group.
Well, we have a great man over on the bench named Don Colquitt. Good friends with Don Colquitt.
Very much, yeah.
What would you say about Don Colquitt as we get ready to transition over to the bench?
Listen, I've known Don for 5, 6, 7 years now. My favorite people in the world are the people when you ask them a question, you know the answer you get is going to be straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that I kind of fall victim to that sometimes. Like, people ask me a question, and I'm like, are you sure you want to ask me that? Because I'm going to answer it,
right.
And you're not going to like it.
Right.
So that's probably the thing I would say most about Don is he's a straight shooter. He is, a lot of coaches say it's all about the kids. It's kind of a cliche for some, because I think for some coaches it's maybe not all about the kids.
Right.
Don is all about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do what he says. He's gonna tell you what he can do, and then he's going to do it. So, yeah, lots of respect for him and what he does with youth sports, and obviously a great football mind and those things. And, on top of all that, good friend.
Yeah. So would you say it's safe to take it to the bench?
I would say so. He probably don't spend a lot of time on the bench, though. Probably never did. You know what I'm saying?
Let's take it to the bench. Hey, Coach Don Colquitt, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, thank you so much, man. Apparently there's a surprise. I don't even want to know what it is right now. So let's get straight to the interview. You're over there at Clinton High School. What is your position now at Clinton High School?
I'm coaching the receivers and I help with the passing game.
Nice. How's that going for you guys right now?
Well, considering we didn't get to play but about 20 minutes, still up in the air. But as far as practice goes and our scrimmages and our 7-on-7, we've done a really good job. The guys have bought into a new system. Offensively and defensively, and I'm very, very proud of how hard our guys work and how hard our coaches work and what we put into it.
Yeah. So as we know that your alma mater is Oak Ridge High School, where Wildcats Road, now over at Clinton, the hugest rival in Tennessee, almost. Take me back to your senior year at Oak Ridge High School, and tell me what it's like now coaching against your alma mater.
Well, when I was in high school, a long time ago, but the Clinton-Oak Ridge rivalry has always been the same. It's passionate. Both fan bases want to win. When I played at Oak Ridge, my senior year, I got hurt the week before. They said I couldn't play for 10 days. I told them that's not possible. We're playing Clinton. I have to play. So I got myself ready. It was a tough game. Clinton was always tough back then. But we won the game 14-7, and I scored a winning touchdown late in the game. It was surprising because I was hurting, but I was not coming out of that ball game.
Yeah.
And that kind of pride that Oak Ridge instills in you takes me wherever I've been coaching. That passion and fire follows me, and that's a compliment coming from the Oak Ridge program.
Wow, and that kind of leads on to the next question I was going to ask. What motivated you to get into coaching, and how did Oak Ridge High School influence your path?
Well, I had some really good coaches growing up. When I got to high school, Emory Hale was one of the best coaches that ever coached at Oak Ridge. Mm-hmm. Then I had Coach Bill Young, who's an awesome man, and he taught me a lot of things. When I got into coaching, I really was coaching without even knowing I was coaching. My brother Jerry was playing out at the boys' club, and I would go down there and I'd be telling them things, and the guys, I'd come home from summer and they're doing workouts and out passing the ball over at Robertsville and places like that, and at the high school, I'd be giving them tidbits, and I was coaching without even realizing that I was coaching. So in 95, Oak Ridge had the first 5- and 6-year-old football team, and I was asked to help coach it, and it took off from there.
Wow. So, Coach, over your career, what's one change in the game that you've accepted or resisted? What's one big game that you absolutely accepted or resisted?
Well, I mean, that's a tough question, because when I played, we didn't do a lot of throwing the football around. We ran the split veer in the I formation. I tell guys today, I never lined up in a 4-receiver set and throwing the ball 20 and 30 times a game. I do like the passing game where offensively teams can now put guys in space and you let your athletes do the work. So I do like that.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, Coach, I know you have a surprise for me, and I know the folks at home are really wanting to know what this surprise is.
I don't know. No, I don't know what you're looking at me for.
I don't know if I want the surprise. Because I'm going to give you a back history on
Welcome to live TV,
me,
baby.
Right? So I was always in Oak Ridge. I lived in Clinton for a while, but my family was out here, so every weekend I was here, right? So I was always, but I went to Clinton from elementary school all the way up to middle school. I started the summer at Clinton High School playing football. My mom was blessed enough to buy a house for the first time, right? We grew up poor and moved to Oak Ridge. The people in Clinton turned on me because I moved. Like, I bought the house, right?
Right. Like you're making the decisions in the household.
Right. So I'm concerned about what the surprise is. So I'm going to take a commercial break. You hold tight. We'll be right back.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Craving a meal that hits the spot? Come to Phil's Deli in Harriman, where freshness meets flavor, featuring premium boar's head meats in every bite. From breakfast biscuits to loaded lunch favorites, our menu is built to satisfy. Planning an event? Let Phil's Deli cater with fresh, delicious options your guests will love. Phil's Deli, real food, premium quality, and always friendly. 1612 South Roan Street, Harriman. 865-353-7032.
This spring, all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
He is getting better at that.
Yeah, he is.
Exigent Sports. Look at this. Jerry Williams, co-host. Thanks for coming on.
You got it.
Don Colquitt. All right, go ahead. What is it, Coach? What's the surprise? I know you got one for me. I want to know what it is.
Well, last time you was on and you had my guys on, Coach Bird and Coach Blakely.
Yes.
We talked about the helmets up here, and one was missing. So being the guy that I am, I'm going to make the puzzle complete. And we come in with
end don't empty. Let's
just like
go.
Only. Yeah.
Let's go, Coach. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Game on.
Appreciate the work you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to Clinton. We needed that helmet. The collection is not complete, so you coaches out there that want to see that helmet right here on Exigent Sports every Wednesday at 8 p.m., make sure that you bring it in. I don't supply them. The coaches do. Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate that.
Well done.
Can I give a shout-out to my guys?
Please.
I'm going to give a shout-out to the receiving corps at Clinton, the back-end boys. They know who they are. I ain't going to call names. I might forget somebody, but Friday night, it's time to show up and show out.
Then Friday night, who do you play, Coach?
Let me see. Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge. And we talked about you coaching against your alma mater. Business is business, though.
Business is business. People really don't understand, though, when you're somebody like me that's coached a long time in this city, when you go up against your own, sometimes it's tough because the kids you see, some of you coach, some of them you mentor when you see them out, you give them good advice about doing the right thing, stay in the books, be a student first, athlete second, be coachable, work hard, be a good teammate. And then for this little period of time right here, they're the enemy. And for me, Clinton is where I'm at. That's what I'm repping. That's what I'm doing. That's who takes care of me. Robbie Harrell, Josh Reed, Coach Dawson is a great guy, and the whole coaching staff over there. It is tough. It's tough, but here's what I will tell you. When Friday night comes, make no mistake, where I'm at, that's what I'm doing. There's no waffling on that. I'm repping my guys.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the same guy when I wake up Saturday morning. I'm going to be Don Colquitt. And I support Oak Ridge every game except the game I coach against them.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, 2026, those guys are seniors this year. You coached those guys when they was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah. I have a soft spot for those guys. Your son Dane, and Big Tim, and Terrell, and those guys. They're phenomenal players. Oak Ridge has really, really, really good players. We're not disrespecting anybody. I'm a competitor as a coach, just the way I was as a player. When the game's over, it's over. You had chances to do this or that. If you didn't, then that's something you got to work on.
Right.
But after that, like I said, I'm going to be the same guy. I'm going to root for Oak Ridge when they play after Friday night. And we're going to go on about our season.
Absolutely. Well, Jerry Williams, you live in Oak Ridge, have a daughter playing for Oak Ridge, but you also have family-like people in Clinton. Who you rooting for this Friday?
That's one question I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
It wouldn't be a good sports show if I did.
Y'all ever had Addie Gamble mad at you?
Oh,
it's not a good time. Obviously, to speak to what Don said, at the end of the day, and this is going to show you my age because I'd have never said this a decade ago. At the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game. It's a game that kids are playing. First and foremost, we hope all of them get out of it healthy.
Exactly.
I think I think the atmosphere will be fantastic. I think it'll be a very good game early for up until halftime. And after halftime, it's one of those where conventional wisdom would tell you that Oak Ridge's depth and strength and size and those things is gonna wear Clinton down. But they don't play games on paper, right? So right. It's one play here, it's a turnover there, it's Clinton's got a big time playmaker in Bryson Maddox. So you know what? I'm gonna take the easy way out here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna root for. Like Don would be doing if he wasn't coaching on one side. I'm going to root for the kids I know, root for a great game. But, if I had to put money on it, I would probably say Oak Ridge is going to win, but that's the safe play.
Right.
That's
I'm going to one-up you with Clinton. Now, they do have an amazing, undeniable talent with Bryson Maddox, but they also have some more stellar athletes.
Sure.
Some being young, some being seniors, and their weight program is amazing. Their coaches are amazing. They have coaches that played at UT, right? They have Coach Don Colquitt, who has an extensive background in coaching. So they are very coached up. And what I've said to everybody is if Clinton's line can match Oak Ridge's line or anybody else's line, they're going to be hard to beat because they have more than Bryson Maddox as far as athletes. They are loaded athletically. I just don't know what they're going to do in the trenches.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we play the game. We're going to find out. And whatever adjustments we got to make, we'll make. The game will be fun. It'll be an electric atmosphere. I encourage everybody to come out to this one. It's always good. Even when I played at Oak Ridge, I always like playing at Clinton.
Yes.
Because everybody's on top of each other. It's real tight in there, and it's a really good atmosphere. I just hope everybody understands the true meaning of what the game is all about. It's competition. Don't let it spill over and do things that embarrass one school or the other.
Right.
It's not a region game anymore, so it doesn't hurt either way. So, you play your best. You play your best and you let it see where it falls.
Absolutely.
Rivalries they're what's great about sports. Yeah. I mean, so I'd rather have it than to not have it.
Right.
You know, like I don't go to a lot of Oak Ridge football games, but I'll go to that one because I'm a sports fan.
Right. Well, I've seen a lot of rivalries where one team just should not be able to compete, but when you talk rival, it always winds up being some type of real game because rivalries are real. And so I'm hoping for the most electric atmosphere at Clinton. I will be there for the fans that's going. Make sure that you are not in the zones that you're not supposed to be. The kids playing around where they're not supposed to be. Make sure they have somebody watching them at all times, and anyway they should be watching the ball game. So make sure you guys are up on that. Make sure you're not in the wrong zones or let those kids just off in the wrong zone. So I'm super excited. We got a lot of football coming up though. Coach Don, did you expect Oak Ridge to knock Halls off the way they did last week?
Absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely. They have a really good quarterback. The running back's very, very good. 4 came in and showed you that he can tote the load too.
Absolutely.
2 is an outstanding receiver, and so is 9. I like number 11 also.
Yeah. Special group over there. Anderson County at PAL. Anderson County came out they have a lot of transfers in. Most of them come from Bearden, and they came out and they was destroying PAL. PAL looked like they was bringing on a run. It was 18-6 at the half. If you had to guess who was going to win that ball game, who would you say?
The team that was leading when it ended.
Yeah, they look pretty dominant.
Yes.
They look pretty dominant, and the quarterback went down. Not sure what that injury is like, but not having Deuce watting gnats off of him when he's running, that's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, that's
going to make a huge difference.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you watch any football last week, Jerry?
I watched quite a bit of the Oak Ridge Halls game.
Yeah. Well, what was your takeaways?
Oak Ridge is just always so athletic.
Yes.
They just have, it seems like they have multiple kids in every position. You know, you turn it on and you know you're going to see the Will Presleys and those guys, but then all of a sudden it's like, who's that guy? You know, and I'm watching the game with some friends. And I'm like, who's number 8? Who's number 4? Who's number 0? What have you? They just always have so many athletes, and that's what I was saying earlier, just with their overall depth and athleticism. But yeah, I mean, Friday Night Lights that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
I got some dudes too.
Oh, you got some dudes.
I got some dudes.
I know.
Ryan Jones.
I know.
Ryan Jones before he came up big time.
Yes.
Braylon Hayden is 6'5" on the outside.
Yes.
Yeah, Austin Phillips.
Will
Young. Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
And of course Bryson Maddox, got Hayden Ferguson, Brendan Hayden. We got some guys that can play. And I got to tell them, guys, this is what you want, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'd give to be able to turn the clock back and play in a game like this?
Right.
You know? Right. So if you...
Cam Anderson is
outstanding.
He's special.
Outstanding, man. He is very, very
They have
good.
the athletes, Jerry. Like I said, if they can compete in the trenches, they will compete or beat everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, period.
Should be a great game.
So
great
moving forward, this week we have a couple great games on Rivalry Thursday and now Friday, and which I think is going to be the best game in the state. Thursday, Catholic at Anderson County. Who do you pick?
AC.
Yeah. And I know what Catholic has. I haven't seen them play, but I know what they have, and I know their capabilities. And you never can judge another man's form and what's in their barn until you actually go to that barn.
Right.
Well, Catholics is finna go to a barn that's full of dudes on both sides of the ball, and they're well coached. So I'm definitely going to pick Anderson County on that. I hate to say that. That's even hard to say.
With apologies to Kason Jenkins.
Oh, I love
Kason Jenkins and Tyreek. Those two guys can flat out get it.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have several D1 players that's been offered. So it's going to be an electric atmosphere out there. Friday, you got Jefferson County at Sevier County, the reigning state champs. Sevier County at home versus Jefferson County. Who do you have?
Sevier County.
Yeah.
I think they're still riding the momentum.
Yeah, they're 17-0, undefeated season last year. So I think they're going to continue to ride that momentum and roll forward. The next week after that, we have Halls at Powell. Don't forget, we got a quarterback down. We don't know his injuries.
I'm going to take Halls.
I'm going Powell.
Go with Powell. If I had to pick, I would go with Powell because they have a lot of weapons, and the quarterback that did come in showed that he can play ball. So I'm going to go with Powell on that. I just wasn't impressed with the first game Halls played against Oak Ridge. No knock on them because I know they have some dudes over there as well. D1 player that's been highly recruited as well over there at Halls. The Friday game is West at Central. Who do you have?
West.
Yeah, they have too much of a pedigree. They lost a coach, but they didn't lose many kids, and I think they're going to continue to roll with the same pedigree. I have about 10 seconds before we roll off here. The following week is Alcoa, is a Thursday game at West. Who do you have?
Alcoa.
Alcoa just beat Maryville. I'm going with Alcoa, too. I'm with you on that. One more. Dobbins Bennett at Oak Ridge is going to be a Friday game, September the 12th. Dobbins Bennett barely beat. I forgot who they played. Now, I don't have many long to gap, but to go, Dobbins Bennett at Oak Ridge, who you have?
Oak Ridge.
Dobbins Bennett's really, really good. Big school, big kids. Oak Ridge.
Roll, Wildcats, roll. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. Jerry, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Don, thank you for coming in. Shout out to my guys back there who make it all work. Guys, until next week, have a blessed week.